There we go.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Friels.
Yes.
I am here to interview you. This is a 60 Minutes style reporting,
Awesome.
and I hope you're okay with this.
I'm quite fine with it.
All right. So, my first question
Yes.
is, what made you want to join the Marine Corps?
Well, I guess you can say I was brainwashed to go in the Marine Corps. My father was already in the Marine Corps. My grandfather on my mom's side was served during World War II. I have an actual family lineage of people who, kind of like Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump, where someone in my family has fought in various different battles throughout history, American history. But my dad has always been, saying the Marine Corps is the best, and so on and so forth. And I went on a lot of his weekend drills with him. When we were real little, I went into Amtrak's down in the San Francisco Bay, so we were tooling around the bay in those. And so I did a lot of stuff like that with my dad, and it just made it like this is where I needed to be. And also on top of that, I wasn't a star student at school, so I wasn't ready for college at that point. It would have been a waste of my parents' money, so I was like, instead of working at the local gas station, I figured the Marine Corps would probably be a good thing to go into.
I agree. I think that would.
Right.
Did you enjoy your time in the Marine Corps?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I loved my time in the Marine Corps. It was hard. It was challenging. There was a lot of stuff that I had to overcome. Definitely had to build up a lot of confidence for a lot of things, and that's the one thing that's wonderful about the military in general, is that it will help you. You'll definitely walk out more confident because you have to overcome certain obstacles, and once you overcome certain obstacles, and the obstacles are in most cases pretty tough. Once you overcome them, you're like, heck, I did that. I can do this. So you become very confident. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I got to see a lot of great places. Got to meet a lot of different people. Got to shoot a lot of different people. So it was wonderful.
What was your favorite place that you visited in the Marine Corps?
Wow, that's a good question. There's two spots that I absolutely loved. My number 2 spot that I loved was Toulon, France. We pulled in there when I was doing a med float, which means I was on a ship for 6 months going across the Atlantic, and we went around the Mediterranean. But Toulon, France, I would say it's about 30 miles west of Nice. Beautiful old country. It looked like medieval times, like time is forgotten. But it was cobblestone. It was just wonderful. People there were great. Me and a couple of my buddies met a couple of girls there, and we ended up going home and having dinner with their family and everything. Literally, that's all we did. Having dinner with their families and stuff. But it was wonderful. But the other place, my number 1 favorite spot, was the jungles of Panama. Did a lot of patrolling and
cool.
Triple canopy. Got to see wild animals like sloths and trail ants and snakes, and so that was awesome.
Did you ever eat a sloth?
Eat a sloth?
Yeah.
Can you eat those things?
Maybe.
Why?
I don't know.
It wouldn't be hard to catch, but why would you want to eat one of those things?
Maybe because you're hungry?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, on to the next question.
Sure.
What made you want to be a history teacher in general?
That's a funny question. When you ask my mom that same question, she would just laugh because I used to hate history in high school. It wasn't until I was actually living history that I actually appreciated history. Like with the invasion of Panama, the Desert Storm, the first one, helping the Kurdish people out of the mountains, working with a multi-international forces for one cause. I was like, I'm part of history. I'm here. When you have the media show up and they're like all over the place, you're part of history.
Yeah.
So I actually had a great appreciation. Now, I've liked history. I just hated history class. So that's why I wanted to be a history teacher, because I wanted to be better than the history teachers I had prior, and want to make history interesting.
Well, you can do that, that's for sure.
I try. I do try.
Well, and then, Did you ever want to do anything besides be a teacher?
Yes, I did. I wanted to be a lot of things. I wanted to be. I love space. I love the space program.
Oh,
I always wanted to be part of that. I would have loved to have been an astronaut. It's still one of the things I want to do on my bucket list is going to space. Somehow,
$100,000.
How much?
I think it's like a $25,000 to lay down to like reserve your spot.
Really?
And then $100,000 to go up, touch the edge of space, come right back down.
Is this Virgin? Like Richard Branson?
I think it is Virgin.
Really?
The Virgin company.
Or is that Russian?
I don't think this is Russian. I think it's
because Russians will take you all the way up in space.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be that safe.
Yeah.
They're Russians.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a chef. I love cooking. I think cooking's a lot of fun. Yeah. No, yeah. There's always different things. I mean, yeah.
Do you like teaching at Jade's Mountain?
I love teaching here. Believe it or not, I do love teaching here. I love teaching here because I can be who I am. I can teach pretty much anything I want within the parameters of what I'm teaching. I don't have to hold back on my faith. I can express it any way and share, and to me that's very important. I love teaching here. I think this is, believe it or not, when you guys watch this, you're going to think, what a dork. But I actually think this is probably one of the best schools around. Yeah, we may not be big. Yeah, we may not be having a hall of champions like football and stuff like that. But you know what? Every one of you guys are awesome, and that's what I love.
I happen to agree with you with the size of the school. It's so much nicer than a big. I think my old school was like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
It was like, I think it evened out to be about 300 a class.
Yeah, because can you imagine having a full classroom every single day, every class you go to? So that's like 30-plus students every class you have.
Hard.
Here, you at least can get one-on-one work, Oh,
well.
Moving right along. But here you get a more one-on-one attention than, say, having a 45-minute class and then you're out the door.
Yeah.
So.
We had block scheduling, but there's so much people I didn't learn.
Really?
I didn't learn that well. I kept straight A's, but.
Yeah. You know what to do to get by, but.
Yeah.
Right. All right, is that it?
Well, yeah. You gotta go.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Frills.
You're welcome.